So I tried Forex trading with Ty and my man 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗘. You wanna know how much money I made? How much? I don't know, little hootie. Let's talk about how much money I made.
What's up, guys? This is 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗘𝗦, and you have reached the 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗃s Ecom channel. If you want to learn how to make money online or offline, then you need to be right here. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller. I'm also an honorably discharged Air Force veteran. Graduated from Penn State and started a career as a software engineer and leveraged that to build my businesses. If you guys have any questions on how to make money, you're going to find all your answers right here, so stay tuned.
What's up? Welcome back to the 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗃s Ecom channel, guys. I'm Rico, or 𝗏𝗏𝗥𝗘𝗦 as most people know me as, and over here we talk all about how to make money online, offline, and everywhere in between. That sounds good to you? Make sure you guys go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Click that little notification bell, man. The algorithm loves when you guys drop comments and stuff like that, so go ahead, do so. For all you regulars, man, you know what time it is. Let's go ahead, let's get right into it. Now, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. If you guys have been following me on social media, I have been telling you guys to do something new during this whole pandemic, right? So instead of being a hypocrite and sticking to e-commerce, I decided to dive into stocks and Forex. So with the help of my man 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗘𝗦, yo, love you Q, and my man Ty and all of his trainings on YouTube, I dove in and I think I did all right, man. I made a little bit of money. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna talk about it. If I could go back and do it all over again though, I probably would have went ahead and paid for Q's course or paid Ty to mentor me, right? And here's why. So first and foremost, Forex is probably not something most people should get into unless they have some disposable income. If you guys are throwing a Hail Mary pass and hoping that it makes you a ton of money, you are gonna be fucked, okay? You're gonna be screwed, all right? Because you cannot dive into Forex if you only have like 50 bucks and think that you're gonna be okay, because you're gonna lose some days and you're gonna win some days, all right? And if you don't have the money to lose, you shouldn't do it, all right? You should not do it because you are going to hurt yourself and you're probably gonna end up homeless if you're spending all your rent money, all right? So now that that's out the way, what is Forex? For, you guys have been on my channel for a while and know I do all the e-com stuff. Forex is the trading of currencies. And unlike the stock market, these things run like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week almost, okay? So you could jump on at any time of the day and start trading, But one of the craziest things about it is while the currencies are, I can't say stable, the swings aren't near as wild as with the indices I was trading, like NAS 100 and US 30, okay? And we're gonna get into that. So you guys probably wanna know how much money I made. Now, how much money did I make? I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. So overall, I made a little bit over $12,000, okay? One of the days I made over 5K right here. The next day I made over 7.5K right here, okay? How did I do it? By trading NAS 100 and US 30, okay? I do not recommend that for beginners because it will screw you up every time. When I first started, okay, I started on a Friday, right? Started Friday. I put $2,000 in, $2,000 in an account, and I had blew almost all of it by like the middle of the day. I had to recoup from that. I had to suck it up and continue making money to get my original investment back, and then I made a little bit over $300 out of that, okay? So 300 profit on that Friday. US 30 and NAS 100, we're not trading over the weekend. Monday rolls around, I did around $1,500, okay? Tuesday, that's when I hit that over 5K, and then Wednesday is when I hit the 7.5K, all right? And while that sounds good, most people don't have 2-3 grand just to throw in and lose. I was willing to lose all that money because I do have disposable income. I could have tossed in a lot more money and lost a whole lot more, all right? And that's not to say you guys should do that, okay? You should not be stupid like I was, all right? I literally knew nothing. I had asked Q a couple questions about Forex. I'm like, hey, how do I get started? He was like, sign up for Kotax, with KOT Forex, what I just call it Kotax, whatever. He's like, and get the MetaTrader app and find something that you like trading. Figure out which currency pairs are your thing. I tried the currency pairs, I didn't like them. So I dove into NAS 100, and that's what I really like. The swings can be very wild and in turn make you a lot of money, But the way I did it is I sat down and I looked at the highs and the lows, and then over the course of an hour or so, I saw where it tended to be trading. You know, it would rise, and fall, and it would fall within a certain parameter and kind of sit there for a little bit and go back up and then fall back again to that low. You know, well, I can't say the low, but to the lower end of that average. All right. That's how I pulled that off. With US 30, it's all over the place. They're wild. They're going up by tons of points. It's not like, you know, it's like 0.0 something with, you know, with the currencies or whatever. I mean, these things are going up 5, 10, 20 points, like just ballooning. So you could make a ton of money and lose a ton of money. And in some cases, I made a terrible trade and ended up losing like $1,500 in a matter of 30 seconds. Like that's a lot of money to just be losing, guys. A lot of money. And that's why I recommend you look at an expert. You look for an expert. You know, you hit up Q, get into his course, hit up Ty, get some form of mentorship, because you will be boned. All right, boned. All right, guys. So what are my thoughts on Forex and dropshipping? Okay. On one hand, you have something that can make you a ton of money very, very quickly. You know, tens of thousands of dollars in a matter of days, if not the same day. And then you have another method that's much slower, more methodical, but can net you the same amount of money just over the course of a month, maybe longer. Okay. It's a mixed bag. Like, I feel that Forex is akin to gambling, and it gives you this euphoria when you're doing really well. So you make mistakes when that happens. And if you guys follow me on social, shameless plug, you'll see the mistakes that I made where I was like, yo, I'm just diving in. I'm gonna ride this wave. And I had to sit there and ride some of these waves for like 30 something hours to recoup the money I lost and then make just a few $100s because I got greedy, right? That is not my thing. You know, that's what people do in a casino. And Forex, I feel, is kind of like the casino thing, where people see a lot of us, I mean, not necessarily me because I'm no expert, but a lot of people that are making money in this space and like, bro, you just made 5, 6, 7, $10,000, $20,000. Q made $400,000 almost. You guys are seeing that and you're like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do the same thing. But you guys are basically risking your financial well-being to do so. Whereas with drop shipping, it's very slow. It requires a lot of finesse. It requires a lot of patience because your account isn't going to blow up. And depending on which platform you're on, whether that's Amazon, eBay, or Shopify. With Shopify, it takes a lot of learning because you're going to be spending a ton of money on ads. So you're going to be blowing money before you make any money. With eBay, you're going to be using PayPal as a payment processor. So really, anyone who doesn't have a lot of money should get started on that platform. If you only got a few $100s, then eBay is probably the way to go. With Amazon, if you got a little bit more capital, then I recommend that because it's basically unlimited free traffic. And as long as you're patient, you can make a good chunk of money. If you guys, again, have been following me on social, you'll see my automation clients and you see my students where we're doing 70, 80, 90K, a month in revenue. And, my clients are making 7, 8, 9, $10,000 in net profit every single month. Okay. Now I know that's nothing compared to what you can do with Forex in most cases, but the majority of people who do Forex don't make any money. They actually lose money. So they're not doing 10K a month, whereas my clients are doing 10K net every single month. They're making $10,000. I don't know too many people outside of like my circle of friends that are making $10,000 a month consistently with Forex. Okay, I can do that with Amazon every single time. And I'm not saying people can't do that with Forex, but the average person can't do that with Forex because it's very, very capital intensive. Regardless of what people say, like, oh, you can start with just like $100, put it in an account and you can learn, get a demo account. So surprisingly, I'm a software engineer, if you guys didn't know, the demo accounts are not the same as the live accounts. The demo accounts actually have a different algorithm and they're set up to get you hooked, to get you addicted, so you fund your live account. You guys don't believe me? Go ahead, pull the APK apart yourself. Okay, and that, for you guys who didn't know, that's an Android file. So pull that apart for yourselves and you'll be able to see it. All right, download Android Studio, pull it apart, you'll be good. All right, so those are some of my thoughts, but we're gonna dive into like the money aspect now, all right? With drop shipping, you could literally start with a few $100s and ride it out and be very successful doing so, especially with eBay drop shipping, and you can leverage that to get into other things. With Forex, I feel that you need to have at least a few $1,000s in disposable income that you can literally just waste. You're not necessarily gonna waste that money when it comes to drop shipping unless you're not watching your metrics or your profit margins or any of that. And it's very, very difficult to end up being negative if you're doing things the proper way. Whereas like a beginner could get on and be profitable every single month with drop shipping on, well, besides Shopify drop shipping, eBay and Amazon, every single month you'd be profitable. Like I've never had a month where I was negative, ever. Whereas with Forex, I feel you could be negative because there were swings that where I was losing thousands of dollars within a matter of seconds. It was quick. It was gone. It was there 1 minute, gone the next. I'm like, all right, well, they just wiped off $3,000 in profit. Now I got to climb back up to regain that $3,000 in profit and maybe even more. If you don't have disposable income with Forex, it's not something that you can just kind of play around with. Yes, you can play around with the demo accounts, like I said, but it's not the same as the live account, right? It's not the same. You're not going to do near as well with the live account. And I know people get lucky. I got lucky, guys. Like, it was dumb luck in most cases. Now, yes, I did follow trends and I sat there and I watched, but I didn't have all the tools necessary. And like I said, if I could go back in time, I definitely would have hit up Q and I probably would have talked to Ty a little bit and like, yo, man, like what's going on? The only reason I chose NAS 100 is because I saw what was going on with Ty and his channel. And I'm like, okay, this seems good. People are using this and making money with it. Now I know some people are starting with 100, 200 bucks and 3-4 days later, they're making thousands. But the majority of people aren't going to do that. The majority of the people do not have the skill set necessary, period. And, you know, I tried US30 because of Q and his success with it. And when I look back on it, it was like one of the dumbest things I could have done as a dude who had no experience whatsoever. I literally sat down on a Friday, took 2 hours to set up an account, fund it, and then throw money in it and let's go. You know, that's crazy. No one should do that. Okay, I did it so I wouldn't be a hypocrite and I could show you guys what could be done if you follow a process. If you guys, take the knowledge that you're gaining and be methodical with it. Again, I don't recommend it for beginners. I really don't. You guys need to do it. I don't recommend it for people who are trying to do it on their own. Okay, I just don't. All right, I just take it with a grain of salt. You guys can say whatever you want. I do not believe that a beginner should just dive in without having some form of mentorship or sitting down for weeks, if not months, to learn the markets and understand them. Okay, just no. Now we're going to talk about the whole like, oh, well, what about the residual income that you can get with Forex and all that stuff versus drop shipping and all those things, because that's what people really want to know about when it comes to Forex. It's a bunch of hooey, guys. Like the residual income that people are talking about is, they're part of MLMs, they're part of like IML and all this other stuff, and Trade Academy and all this other crap. Guys, the majority of people in those programs don't make any money. Okay, why do you think they're trying to recruit? Okay, because they suck at actually trading. And the ones that can trade aren't wasting their time trying to teach everybody else because they know that the majority of people suck at it. So they're focused on making money. They're not necessarily focused on recruiting everyone, okay? Do I recommend you get into an MLM to learn it? No. What I recommend is finding a mentor, period. End of discussion. Talk to Ty, talk to Q, talk to, the Black Gold Father or something like that. Check him out. I'm not 100% sure what that is. His handle on IG, but check him out because I saw him on there. I mean, please, guys, like, do not try to go at it alone or try to get into some MLM thinking that you're going to learn all the keys, all the tricks to the trade, because the majority of those people in there suck at it. You want to know how I know? Because I see them all day long on social media. All right, they're hitting me up all the time. Hey, join my team. They see that I have a moderate following. They're like, oh, well, if Rico gets in, he can recruit all these people and they'll be in my downline. And no. If you really want to learn, you should definitely find a mentor. Okay, find a mentor who has nothing to gain from recruiting you. Okay, anyone who has something to gain from recruiting you, they're gonna see you as a recruit first. So you want them to view you as a mentee. But most people in MLMs don't view others that way. They view them as just someone in their downline that's going to recruit more people so they can make more money. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, because if that's how you make your money, get it how you get it. I don't necessarily care. But what I do feel like it's really scammy, and they say that it's super, super easy, and it's not. Okay, and I know you guys are like, oh, but you made over $12,000 in a matter of a couple days. I am a rare case. And in all honesty, I should have lost the money. I shouldn't have made any because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. People were mentioning things like, do you use indicators? What are the pips and this and this? Dude, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No bullshit. I still don't know 90% of the terminology. I just knew that if I sat down and watched these numbers long enough, I would do okay. All right. So those are my thoughts on it. Yo, big shout out to Q. Thanks, Ty, for putting all that information on your channel. Would love to do some content with you one day. You know, so if you guys see this, hit them up. But with that being said, man, you know, you guys make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Be safe out there. Be smart. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Yo, peace out.